Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with another Eaglemoss official Starships collection model review. This time episode 145. It's the Nightingale. I think it was on Starship Voyager. Get to the model in a moment, but let's get straight into the magazine. Lights off. Right, the Nightingale. Location of the Delta Quadrant was 320 meters in length. Crew 56. Weapons are a phaser bank. The stand seems to connect onto the bank like the traditional ones do. So yeah, operated by the Kraylor. Medical transport. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if any of you remember there was an issue 68, which was the Federation Attack Fighter, which was also known as the Peregrine class. These were kind of exactly the same model, but slightly different. You have there the bridge section over here and some impulse vents on the front, possibly warp bussard collectors for the warp engines on the front there. Don't know about the back, so can't see it just yet, but it's exactly the same model as the Federation Attack Fighter. Parts here are the same, these are the same, that's the same, everything, the angle, everything's the same, apart from these have been added on because you had to add or alter the way the model was. These parts are exactly the same, but they were black on the original model, and these are yellow on here. They've added this part on the front, but there was a front section anyway. I think it was maybe a weapons pod. This section here was fine, but on the back there was a cabin, because only a one-person fighter, maybe a two-person fighter. So it had a cabin up here, but they've scaled up the model on this. So instead of looking small like a two-person ship, maybe about 10 meters long, they've extended the entire design to make it look like, or potentially make it look like it's a hell of a lot bigger, fitting 500, let's say 500 crew? Oh, 56 crew. To make it a lot longer, so 10 meters long, make it a lot longer, 320 meters long. So you just increase the scale to try and make it look different, but it doesn't. But it's a medical supply ship for the Kraylor. Oh, hello. I recognise that face. He is from, I think he's actually passed away now, but I remember him from Firefly. He was the preacher. Can't fully remember the episode on this one, but what ship's that one? Not seen that one yet. Anyway, warp cells either side here, main bridge, technical sensor array on the front, phasers with 6 phaser cannons on there, plasma flush vent, warp cell on that's the back of the front parts, shuttle bay ship in the back. I'll look in a moment for the actual model. Excuse me. Oh, that's interesting. The original Nightingale was meant to be like a Defiant class. That's very much Defiant. If they'd have used that, I think would have all gone a little bit balmy, because it is exactly the same, relatively exactly the same as the Defiant class. But there you go. There's your actual model to start with, because you can see there the cockpit is what it's supposed to have been, but they've added on extra bits, changed parts, because I think by now there's a CG's kicked in anyway for the model, so you could easily get away with it. Section up here where they got 2 peregrines, or for the Marquis, I think they had them anyway. Yeah, it was kind of a Marquis Raider, but it does show another stage of they carried on reusing certain parts, certain different models, which it kind of on some levels does give it a little bit of a, yeah, it gives you a progression in certain bits, but where the actual model was in a completely different part of the galaxy, so why would it look exactly the same as ours? Right, Harry Kim, Garrett Wang, the actor there, showing all the episodes of this series. I think it's the 5th series, 6th series possibly. I mean, he was surprised. He was the Ensign Chekhov of the Voyager. Never really got beyond being a ensign. It was kind of a bit weird, seeing as he saved the ship many times as an ensign, and yeah, he should have been promoted way before this. But not to worry. The episode was actually Nightingale, which was where the ship's named after. I didn't realise the episode was directed by LeVar Burton, who played Geordie LaForge in this original, well, the Next Generation series. Okay, coming up next is the Fresarius. If you're an original series fan, you'll know exactly what that ship is. But let's get on with reviewing of the model. Get that out of the way, get the model in, lights back on. Right. 2567-A/A. Still first run. It was a hope first run. Okay, this feels heavier than the last model. Stands really thin, but does go between the engine and the back there. Let's have a look. There you go. Nicely fitting. It kind of just grips it a little bit at the end there, but does take. Yeah, there you go. Who says I'm not thorough? Me, usually. Right, so we've got the ship here. Let's get a close-in look at the ship. I mean, looking at the actual ship itself, it does look quite a lot different to the Peregrine class, the Marquis Raider, but doesn't. Actually, I think the Marquis Raider is different to this than Peregrine. Got some clear parts at the front here. The Bussard collectors. There's no blue on this at all, but there is kind of glow in the dark. Why are these yellow? Looks like these have been added on, but they weren't, eh? Okay, let's do it underneath section, get some detail. There we go. The engines, edge of the wing. There's some panelling on there. Some good paintwork on here. Very good paintwork. Oh, it's a decal. Hatch sections there. Section in the middle there. Rear engines. There's quite a lot of detail on this. I mean, this section on here is obviously the bridge section being added on top. Doesn't quite look right. But no, that's where they went with the design of the ship. Vents on the back here. Give it a lot more detail. But you could do a lot more with these with being CGI models than you could do with the physical models anyway. It's like the wings are metal. Top section metal, and this bottom section looks like it's plastic. Not a bad looking ship. I quite like that. Size wise, again, it's a little palm of the hand size as usual with the Eagle Moss collection. Specials are usually a full hand size, if not more. Quite sure about the cabin on here. This brown the grey section there. That splits in two. I'll give you a bit more. There you go. It splits in weird patterns there, like the Delta Flyers windscreen did. Kind of weird. Bridge section up there. It's odd that a different alien species you use a round bridge, but I don't know. I can give up with it. That's fine. Now, this section on the back here looks very much like the Defiant. We saw that in the Defiant was part inspiration for this ship anyway, for the design, but they were down the back of the Defiant. The engine sections, some more over here as well. Yeah, it's not bad. Quite like that. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was expecting it to be absolutely shocking, with it being a redesign of a same model. Yeah, I quite like that. Okay. So anyway, end of that review. Quite like that one. Not best, my favourite, but it's okay. It's better than I expected. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Please consider following me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon. Please consider being a patron. Help me out with the with all my projects that I'm doing anyway. And if not, I'll please the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.